Fatter than Homer Simpson, lamer than Miles Peterson, and more boring than your great Aunt Maribel. Only those words can fit Bersercules, the Berserk Herc. Oh yeah! Hi, I'm Bersercules, the Berserk Herc, and today I'll be reviewing the comic book Superman's Girlfriend, Lois Lane, number 18, story number 2, called The Sleeping Doom. I hope this story doesn't put me to sleep. Anyway, the story starts with a splash page of Lois trying to stay awake. Well, I don't know about you guys, but that certainly hooked me into wanting to read this story. People almost falling asleep is very exciting. So the story starts as Super Clark Kent, man, gives Perry White a weird jewel from outer space. Aww, are they a couple now? Way to go, Soup. Just give someone some unknown space rock that you just found. It's not like anything bad could happen. It's not like the unknown could be dangerous. That's why we don't have customs here on Earth. Is this your super wits at work again? And better yet, why is he giving an old man jewelry? So after giving the jewel to Perry White, Superman announces that he's leaving Earth for 10 days. Wow, that's convenient. And why is he announcing that out loud where any crook could hear it? Super wits. So, as Superman flies off and Lois admires him, Perry drops the jewel and it breaks into 3 pieces. Even more convenient. So of course they divide the 3 pieces amongst themselves and each get 3 pieces of jewelry made. Lois a lapel pin, Jimmy an ornament for his signal watch, and Perry a stick pin for his tie. And later, as Perry falls asleep during a political banquet, he is possessed by an alien entity that can only possess people when they fall asleep wearing the space jewel. Huh. And here I thought it was going to be a boring issue about jewelry and people staying up late to work. Go figure. And now we head over to Jimmy Olsen's place, as we see that Jimmy is having a hard time sleeping and, is conveniently sleeping with his watch on. As soon as this Earth creature falls asleep, we can possess his body. That's creepy. Are they a race of date rape drugs? So Jimmy, having trouble sleeping, decides, maybe I can put myself to sleep, not by counting sheep, but by counting the various super feats Superman is capable of. What the fuck? Trying to sleep while thinking of your friend who wears skin-tight spandex? That's not creepy. Just fall asleep thinking of your friend who wears skin-tight spandex. So Jimmy, or Dick Hunter as he should be called, tries to put himself to sleep thinking of super feats. Is Superman so boring that thinking of his feats will put you to sleep? I think it would keep you awake. Anyway, 1. Superman can lift the Eiffel Tower with his pinky. But why would he want to? 2. Superman can streak through the time barrier and fight a herd of dinosaurs. What? Why is this comic book not about that? That's awesome! Fly through the time barrier and beat up a group of dinosaurs! Frickin' awesome! Sure, a waste of his powers, but still, fuck solving the world's problems and saving lives when you can go into the past and beat up dinosaurs! So, is it weird that Jimmy Olsen goes to bed dreaming of his friend beating up a gang of dinosaurs? Anyway. 3. In a split second, Superman can tunnel his way under the Pacific Ocean. Wouldn't that disturb ocean life, tectonic plates and all that? When you're that super, you can do what you like. Eventually, he drifts off to sleep. It's nice to know this young man gets comfort from thinking about a man in tights. And after drifting off to sleep, Jimmy is possessed by aliens, and then plots the downfall of the human race by planning to fracture the jewel and give it to more people. And now we move over to Lois Lane, as she works late, and ends up staying up all night, finishing her article. And then after handing it off to Perry White, she is told by him to go home and get a good night's sleep. But as she leaves, she realizes she didn't have a picture for her article, and goes back to Perry's place, and then overhears Perry and Jimmy's plot to take over the world. You two couldn't wait till she got home for sure before you talked about your plans? Or at least checked to make sure no one could hear you? Jeepers, lamest alien invasion ever. So Lois Lane overhears them, but is not quite sure if she heard it right, or if she's too tired to hear correctly. So she decides to test Perry, and gets a picture taken by Perry 5 years ago of Superman with a 3-headed bird from the center of the Earth. Their reality is weird. And asks Perry if she can use it with her article. And if he remembers who took it, and of course Perry doesn't recognize the picture and says she can use it. And then Lois leaves the office knowing the alien threat is real. Because old men never forget what they've done years before. And it's a good thing she forgot to already have a picture for her article. Her incompetence just saved everyone. Who knew being stupid could be so good? So as Lois walks home, she realizes she must stay up for 10 days so she can warn Superman when he gets back. So basically there'd be no story if Superman didn't need to go to space for 10 days. Lois then stays up that day, and that night talks to her sister, who is staying over for a while, before going off to sit up all night in a chair. I can't tell Lucy about the aliens. She'd never believe me. Seriously? She wouldn't believe you about the aliens? You live in a reality where your boss took a picture of a three-headed bird that lives in the center of the earth. Superman is a world-famous alien that can fly. Zatanna was a giant ape who shoots laser beams out of his eyes that terrorize an entire city. And young boys go to bed dreaming of their super friends beating up gangs of dinosaurs. And this is where you think she'd draw the line? What the fuck? This isn't half as weird as some of the other things that have happened. I hate it when characters forget what reality they live in. So she finds a way to stay up that night, and the next. And as the days go by, she continues to find ways to stay up, and continues to change her outfit daily, and continues to wear the same piece of jewelry each time. The same piece of jewelry the others got the day before they fell asleep and woke up possessed. Hey Lois, maybe it's your lapel pin. Come on! Jeepers. So basically she changes her clothes daily, but then always puts on the same lapel pin? Day in and day out she changes from one outfit to another, but never clues in it could be the lapel pin she needs to avoid? And she even wears it at night while alone in her apartment? Jeepers! Lois, clue in! Lois Lane, world-famous reporter. Haha, this slapstick comedy is funny, but I'm still falling asleep. You know what makes me tired, Lois? Sitting on my ass and watching TV! Get up and do something! Write a book, go to a club, fuck a stranger in an alleyway, whatever you need to do. The weight of the world is upon you! Take one for the team! And while Lois spends her time trying to stay up, Perry and Jimmy work on breaking up their jewels and giving them to people to spread their race. That Lois Earthling is still awake. Why won't she sleep? Seriously? You don't realize she knows about you too? You think it's normal for people to stay up for days on end for no reason? What the fuck? Dumbest alien invasion ever. Actually, knowing this comic book, probably not. So eventually Perry and Jimmy start to take matters into their own hands as they try to get Lois to sleep. First, Jimmy tries to put sleeping pills in Lois's coffee, but when that backfires, Perry makes Lois model a mattress for a newspaper ad. But just as Lois fails in her mission and falls asleep, Superman shows up and saves the day by killing off the alien invaders. Super genocide! And then, of course, Superman explains how he knew about the aliens. On my space trip, I found inscriptions on the mountainside of a dead world, which I translated with my super intelligence. Oh, so now you have super intelligence. Jeepers. This better not be like your super wits. So Superman found out about the aliens through super plot convenience and came back to Earth to save everyone. So Supe didn't need Lois's warning? He would have saved the world with or without her falling asleep? Huh. So this story was kind of pointless then. So that's it. It's now the end.